I love creating the podcast. If you have enjoyed the episodes in any way, the best way to support me is my subscription link. For as little as $3 a month, you can help support the time and production cost included in producing the podcast. Welcome to the Essence of Life podcast. My name is Barbara Ann Briggs, and I'm a teacher of transcendental meditation and a certified consciousness advisor. I'm also the author of a few books. One of my books is called Pilgrimage on the Path of Love. Second book is called Teachings of Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. It's called The Contribution of Maharishi's Vedic Science to Complete Fulfillment in Life. And my third book is A Guide to Good Health, 7 Simple Health Hacks. In this podcast, The Essence of Life, we're going to speak about different aspects which expand our awareness of the self and expand our understanding of the transcendental meditation technique. In this podcast, we will be focusing on the Bhagavad Gita. Today is Krishna Janmashtami. It's the birthday of Lord Krishna. And because of that, we want to have a look into the most essential teaching of the Bhagavad Gita. And in order to go into the Bhagavad Gita, we're going to look today at what is called the soul of the Bhagavad Gita. And this is chapter 2. And in this chapter, Lord Krishna gives Arjuna the knowledge of Brahma Vidya in its completeness, the wisdom of the Absolute, both in its theoretical and practical aspects. And in this chapter 2, Lord Krishna presents the central idea of the entire theme of the Bhagavad Gita. Maharishi says in his commentary at the beginning of chapter 2, he says, hope and fulfillment are the blessings of this glorious chapter. It gives a direct way to peaceful, energetic, and successful life in the world, together with spiritual comfort and freedom from bondage. At the same time, this chapter is self-contained. It is in itself powerful enough to uplift any mind, however low its level. It presents a complete philosophy of life, starting from the state of a seeker and ending in the state of fulfillment. There are seed ideas in this chapter which are developed in all the following chapters. So Maharishi says, the thought of the first chapter continues to flow into the early part of this one. The potential force underlying Arjuna's state of suspension finds an outlet in the ocean of the eternal wisdom of Lord Krishna. So now what I'd like to do is read you some of these essential teachings contained in chapter 2 of the Bhagavad Gita. I'll start with verse 1. Sanjaya said, to him, thus overcome by compassion, full of sorrow, his eyes distressed and filled with tears, Madhusudana, Lord Krishna, spoke these words. The blessed Lord said, whence has this blemish alien to honorable men, causing disgrace and opposed to heaven, come upon you, Arjuna, at this untimely hour? Partha, yield not to unmanliness. It is unworthy of you. Shake off this paltry faint-heartedness. Stand up, O scorcher of enemies. Arjuna said, how shall I fight Bhishma and Drona with arrows on the battlefield, O Madhusudana? Worthy of reverence are they, O slayer of enemies. It is surely better to live even on alms in this world than to slay these noble-minded masters, for though they are desirous of gain, having killed them, I should enjoy only blood-stained pleasures in this world. We do not know which is better for us, that we should conquer them, or they should conquer us. The sons of Dhritarashtra stand face to face with us. If we killed them, we should not wish to live. My nature smitten with the taint of weakness, confused in mind about dharma, I pray thee, tell me decisively what is good for me. I am thy disciple. Teach me, for I have taken refuge in thee. Indeed, I do not see what could dispel the grief that dries up my senses, though I should obtain an unrivaled and prosperous kingdom on earth, and even lordship of the gods. Sanjaya said, Gudakesha, oppressor of the foe, having spoken thus to Rishikesha, said to Govinda, Lord Krishna, I will not fight, and fell silent. To him, O Bharata, Dhritarashtra, sorrowing in the midst of the two armies, Rishikesha smilingly spoke these words. The blessed Lord said, You grieve for those for whom there should be no grief, yet speak as do the wise. Wise men grieve neither for the dead nor for the living. There never was a time when I was not, nor you, nor these rulers of men, nor will there ever be a time when all of us shall cease to be. As the dweller in this body passes into childhood, youth, and age, so also does he pass into another body. This does not bewilder the wise. Contacts of the senses with their objects, O son of Kunti, give rise to the experience of cold and heat, pleasure and pain. Transient, they come and go. Bear them patiently, O Bharata. That man indeed, whom these contacts do not disturb, who is even-minded in pleasure and pain, steadfast, he is fit for immortality, O best of men. The unreal has no being, the real never ceases to be. The final truth about them both has thus been perceived by the seers of ultimate reality. Know that to be indeed indestructible, by which all this is pervaded, none can work the destruction of this immutable being. These bodies are known to have an end. The dweller in the body is eternal, imperishable, infinite. Therefore, O Bharata, fight. He who understands him to be the slayer, and he who takes him to be the slain, both fail to perceive the truth. He neither slays nor is slain. He is never born, nor does he ever die, nor once having been, does he cease to be. Unborn, eternal, everlasting, ancient, he is not slain when the body is slain. One who knows him to be indestructible, everlasting, unborn, undying, how can that man, O Partha, slay or cause anyone to slay? As a man casting off worn-out garments takes other new ones, so the dweller in the body, casting off worn-out bodies, takes others that are new. Weapons cannot cleave him, nor fire burn him. Water cannot wet him, nor wind dry him away. He is uncleavable. He cannot be burned. He cannot be wetted, nor yet can he be dried. He is eternal, all-pervading, stable, immovable, ever the same. He is declared to be unmanifest, unthinkable, unchangeable. Therefore, knowing him as such, you should not grieve. Even if you think of him as constantly taking birth and constantly dying, even then, O mighty armed, you should not grieve like this. Certain indeed is death for the born, and certain is birth for the dead. Therefore, over the inevitable, you should not grieve. Creatures are unmanifest in the beginning, manifest in the middle state, and unmanifest again at the end, O Bharata. What grief is there in this? One sees him as a wonder, another likewise speaks of him as a wonder, and even as a wonder another hears of him. Yet even on seeing, speaking, and hearing, some do not understand him. He who dwells in the body of everyone is eternal and invulnerable, O Bharata. Therefore you should not grieve for any creature whatsoever. Even if you consider your own dharma, you should not waver, for there is nothing better for a kshatriya than a battle in accord with dharma. Happy are the kshatriyas, O Partha, who find unsought such a battle, an open door to heaven. Now, if you do not engage in this battle, which is in accord with dharma, then casting away your own dharma and good fame, you will incur sin. Moreover, men will ever tell of your disgrace, and to a man of honor, ill fame is worse than death. The great warriors will think you fled from battle out of fear, and they who held you in esteem will belittle you. Your enemies will speak many ill words of you and will deride your strength. What greater pain than this? Slain, you will reach heaven. Victorious, you will enjoy the earth. Therefore, O son of Kunti, stand up, resolved to fight. Having gained equanimity in pleasure and pain, in gain and loss, in victory and defeat, then come out to fight. Thus you will not incur sin. That which has been set before you is understanding in terms of Sankhya. Hear it now in terms of yoga. Your intellect established through it, O Partha, you will cast away the binding influence of action. In this yoga, no effort is lost and no obstacle exists. Even a little of this dharma delivers from great fear. In this yoga, O joy of the Kurus, the resolute intellect is one-pointed, but many-branched and endlessly diverse are the intellects of the irresolute. The undiscerning who are engrossed in the letter of the Veda, O Partha, and declare that there is nothing else, speak flowery words. Filled with desires, with heaven as their goal, their words proclaim birth as the reward of action and prescribe many special rites for the attainment of enjoyment and power. The resolute state of intellect does not arise in the mind of those who are deeply attached to enjoyment and power and whose thought is captivated by those flowery words. The Veda's concern is with the three gunas. Be without the three gunas, O Arjuna, freed from duality, ever firm in purity, independent of possessions, possessed of the self. To the enlightened Brahmin, all the Vedas are of no more use than is a small well in a place flooded with water on every side. So this is all that we'll go into today. I read up to verse 46 of chapter 2 of the Bhagavad Gita, and we've learned about the knowledge of Sankhya, and we will go more deeply into this in a future podcast. So it's been a great joy speaking to you today, and I'd like to invite you to come to my YouTube channel, Living Wisdom with Barbara Briggs. And I have some tapes on the Bhagavad Gita on my YouTube channel as well. And I'd also like to invite you to come to my website, barbaraannbriggs.com, where you can download the first chapter of my book, Pilgrimage on the Path of Love. And you can also download my small ebook, Blossoms of Love, with quotations about love by many great saints and sages. So it's been a great pleasure speaking to you today, and I look forward to speaking to you more in the future. And until we meet again, very, very best wishes to you.